Opening arguments are getting underway this morning in New York City in the case against the Trump Organization. Prosecutors allege the company engaged in a multi-year scheme by top officials to avoid paying taxes. NBC News investigative correspondent Tom Winter joins us now from New York City on what we can expect here. So good morning, Tom. We know the prosecution is ramping up this trial. What are they expected to focus on?
So, Stephen, this is going to be a focus on 15 years, according to prosecutors, where the Trump Organization engaged in several schemes or conspiracies to essentially defraud taxpayers of the money that we should have gotten here in New York State. And that's where it's focused on. It's a state charge. There's no individuals that are going to be on trial today. Of course, they're not going to walk the Trump Tower down here into court. This is going to be something that's going to be argued and presented by the attorneys for the Trump Organization only. The key component of this is whether or not the Trump Organization and its CFO, Alan Weisselberg, properly paid taxes on benefits that were conveyed to Alan Weisselberg. So we're talking about cars, we're talking about an apartment, we're charges for those cars, other types of benefits that he was paid. You can get those benefits as an employee by your employer. That's no problem at all. It's illegal, prosecutors say, and the law says if you don't pay taxes on those benefits because that's a form of income to you. And that's really what this all boils down to. Speaking of Weisselberg, he's expected to be the star witness approximately a week from now when he takes the stand. Part of his guilty plea and his cooperation agreement is that he testifies against the Trump Organization for the very same behavior that he says he did while he was acting as the CFO. So it's kind of a very unusual type of case where you have somebody testifying that they were involved in the very thing that you're charging the company against. So that's something that we'll watch. That promises to be potentially an enlightening component of this trial. A lot of documents here, a lot of financials here, Stephen. That's going to be the key to this, and that's what we expect to hear over the course of the next month or so while this case proceeds. We start out with 132 jurors. We said literally a week ago on this program it would take 1 to 2 weeks for a jury. Here we are a week later. We're ready to get started.
Right on cue. And we know right now, Tom, former President Trump and his children are not expected to testify at this trial. Does this mean they're not facing any individual charges here?
That's exactly correct. So not only are they not expected to testify, they are not on the hook here at all legally. So they don't. There's no jail time for this. The maximum is $1.5 million in fines. So there's really no particular exposure to the individuals, the Trump family individuals, as a result of this case. In the state AG's case, but that's an entirely different matter altogether.
And have we heard much from the Trumps about this trial? This trial is starting right now, Tom?
Right. So that's one of the interesting things about all this, Stephen. Basically, you have a situation here where they've put out a number of statements. In most of the cases, the investigations that have involved either the state prosecutor here, which is the district attorney for Manhattan, Alvin Bragg, or the state AG, Letitia James, when they've kind of gone after these investigations and the charges that were ultimately levied against them or the civil filing against them, they've focused on the political nature of it. We haven't heard a lot about the type of defense that they'll offer up. They haven't necessarily attacked the very specific allegations that are included in the indictment. So it's not clear. Obviously, they've denied any sort of wrongdoing and illegality, but it's not quite clear yet how they're going to attack the matter at hand.
Interesting to hear what Weisselberg will have to say. Tom Winter, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.